y'all, my name is Rachel Tucker and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm preparing a fabulous dessert that I really think you're going to love. They're my creamy Mocha Crunch Blondies and they're a little piece of heaven. And like with any good dessert, they're made just a little bit better with some Philadelphia cream cheese. So let's get started. Now the first thing that we're going to do is take our Philadelphia cream cheese and cream it up. So I have 4 ounces of regular cream cheese here. I'm just going to put it into my bowl and we're going to cream it up so that it's nice and light and fluffy. And I like to do it by hand, but of course you can do it with a hand mixer or an electric mixer, whatever you have. And I just take a wooden spoon and I just sort of beat it around the bowl until it's nice and light and fluffy. Because when you're baking, you want your ingredients to start at room temperature because that means they're going to incorporate really well into whatever you make. So that's all ready. And it was so fast because I already had everything at room temperature. So, just get all that off my spoon and off my hands. And now we're going to move on to our dry ingredients. Now I already have everything prepped and ready to go. I'm going to start with 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs. Now I like to use graham cracker crumbs here because they add great chew to our blondies. And I just really love that. So, into the bowl they go. That's our base. The next thing I'm going to add is 1 2/3 cups of chopped pecans. Now I'm a southern girl, and so if you give me an excuse to use pecans, I will definitely use them. I will go to town on those pecans. So, into the bowl they go. And they just add great crunch, and I love getting a little bit of crunch in every bite, especially with something that's a little bit creamy too. It's a really nice contrast. And since it's dessert, we have to have chocolate chips. So 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And my secret ingredient, a tablespoon of instant coffee. And instant coffee is wonderful in these blondies, and I like to use it because it pairs really well with the chocolate, and it just infuses the blondies with the most wonderful mocha flavor. And I really like it. It makes it a little unique and special, so I like to use that. And we just give it a quick little whisk, make sure everything is nicely blended together. And now we're going to add our remaining ingredients. So we're going to take our Philadelphia cream cheese, and we're just going to put it right in the bowl. Make sure we get all that out there. We don't want to miss any of it. There we go. Left on the spoon. This is really the best dessert. You are just going to love it. It's so simple. It's really pantry friendly. There aren't a lot of ingredients, as you can see, and it's just really fun. Fun to make with your friends, fun to make with your kids. The next thing that we're going to add is our sweetened condensed milk. And this is going to be our binder. It's going to sweeten up our brownie and hold everything together. So we're going to put 14 ounces in, just to get it all out. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. So right in that goes. And now we're going to mix everything together. And this is a really thick batter, so I like to use my little metal spoon here. You can also use a wooden spoon. Just make sure it's something sturdy. You want to make sure you have something that's going to stand up to it. And we're just going to mix it until all the graham cracker crumbs are really moist and the Philadelphia is really well mixed in. And I have such fond memories with this recipe. It was actually one of the first things I learned to bake when I first started cooking. And when I went to school, when I was in college, these brownies became very popular. So, you know, anytime we had a potluck or a dinner or a little girls' night in, I'd always make these. And when they were ready, which my friends are the most impatient when it comes to sweets, we would just dig in, you know, hands, spoons, whatever we had, and there was never anything left. It was highly embarrassing. So the next day we'd always hit the gym together. So it kind of became, you know, a little tradition. Splurge and have a bunch of brownies and then hit the treadmill. So it looks like our batter is almost done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put it in our baking dish. So I have an 11 by 7 inch baking dish that I've already greased and floured. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it by the spoonful, big spoonful, and I'm just going to drop it in my pan. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you my little trick. Now this is a little bit of shortening, Crisco, you know, whatever you have. So I take a little bit, put it on my hands, just kind of rub it in. And this is actually going to act as a shield between our hands and the batter. And so it's going to make it really easy for us to smooth it all down. And just sort of go from the center out and just keep pressing. And see how easy that is? Instead of trying to do it with the spatula, you just use your best tools, your hands. And so to bake this, I've already heated my oven to 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake it for 20 to 22 minutes. Now with your oven, it's going to depend a little bit. What I like to do is I like to put it on for 20 minutes, give it a check, and take a toothpick and just insert it right in the center of the Blondies. If it comes out clean, it's done and you can set it aside and let it cool. If not, bake it for 2 more minutes and then take it out. And you can just let it rest, cool down for about 30 minutes, and you can slice it into squares and enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the oven, and when I come back, I'm going to show you how to plate it up. Hey y'all, so I'm back. My Blondies have been cooling for about 30 minutes now, and I've gone ahead and sliced them into squares and arranged them on this beautiful little plate. And now for the best part, I get to take a taste. So I think I'm going to go for this one right at the top. And just take a little bit right here. A little bite. These are really good. You'll definitely want to make these for your friends and family tonight. It's so wonderful with the cream cheese. It gives it that really smooth, creamy consistency. But then you have the graham cracker crumbs, which give it a little bit of chew. It's a great contrast. And then you have a little bit of crunch in every bite from all the pecans we put in there. And of course the chocolate and the mocha together. They're just a perfect pairing. It's so good. I really think you're going to enjoy these. And I've just had a great time in the kitchen with y'all today, and I really hope you've enjoyed your time as well. It's always fun to get together with others and share recipes and food. It's just the best. You really can't beat it. And until next time, take care and happy eating.